Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratham Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. My salutations to Puja Swamiji and to everyone present here, Pranam. There is a very inspiring article in Tapovan Prasad. Gurudev talking about Swami Vivekananda. A couple of articles are there saying how important is Vivekananda for all of us. And one of the main things is when that rock memorial was being built, the tribute what nation should offer to Puja Swami Vivekananda, that article of Gurudev gives a clear insight where Gurudev kept and revered Swami Vivekananda. In many ways, we have followed. Chinmaya Mission came almost after 60 years after Ramakrishna Mission being established. So in many ways, the code of conduct of an organization, different disciplines which we need to follow, and what are the alterations we can make at Smriti level changes in the Shastra, all these things we have followed what Ramakrishna Mission does. So it's like someone like an elder brother, organization-wise, guiding, and one of the senior most monks of Ramakrishna Mission, Swami Ranganathananda, who is no more now, Gurudev considered him as one of the best friends. Both were good friends, and somebody asked Gurudev once, can you name one or two enlightened people? Who is enlightened, who has got that experience of the divine living here? So two names he referred, saying these two are enlightened. One was his own Guru Bhai, Swami Chidananda, and second one was Ranganathananda. He said these are the enlightened people, contemporary, walking around. So that's the kind of reverence. And in the presentation you saw, they met in 1902. In 92, they met for the last time. Gurudev attained Samadhi in 93. So that meeting was for the last time, but they have met many a times, and Swamiji will share some of those experiences with us. And it's very nice that we complement each other. We work for the same vision, the organization, you saw the schools, everything. Almost what Vivekananda has set up, we are trying to emulate and follow. So it's nice that we have 108th Gurudev's Jayanti celebration, involving Ramakrishna Mission also to be part of the celebration and sharing the shared values, common vision, and how that vision what Vivekananda had, Vishwa Guru, we should claim it back. There are a lot of things we need to reclaim what we have lost. Please remember, unless we have the urge to reclaim what is lost, we will not have the urge to sustain what we have. To sustain what we have culturally, geographically, economically, we must have the urge to reclaim all that we have lost, even geographically. I'm not talking only about POK. I'm not talking only about POK. All that which we have lost, we should know to reclaim. It may not happen in our lifetime. Great Mahatmas have come and gone. They have inspired, and it is like a relay. They pass the baton and somebody picks it up and runs. So our job is to keep that urge that Vishwa Guru is our position and we have to reclaim it. Whenever that has to happen, let it happen, but we keep running the race to see that happen. In reclaiming today, we are talking about 5 trillion economy, right? That's a big achievement, undoubtedly great effort. 45 trillion were stolen last 200 years of the British rule. 45 trillion. Imagine that economy, 45 trillion economy to 5 trillion which we are talking about. That kind of wealth also have to be reclaimed. Prosperity and spirituality, when it is combined, we are Vishwa Guru. Vivekananda in the recent time showed us the way. Let us see how well all of us can work in reclaiming it. Thank you very much.
Om Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudramarutaha Shunvanti Divyaistavaihi Vedai Sangapadakrammo Upanishadaihi Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yogino Yasyantam Navidussura Suragana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Om Akhanda Mandalakaram Vyaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tattvamasyadi Vedanta Vakyartha Jnanavaridim Purna Chandrama Sambandhe Chinmayananda Jagadgurum. So offering my salutations at the feet of Almighty and offering my respectful pranams to Pujya Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, and also offering my pranams to Swami Mitrananji Maharaj and other monastic members and my dear devotees and admirers. So I'm indeed very happy to be present or blessed to be part of 108th birth anniversary celebrations of Pujya Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. The topic that I suppose to speak is Vishwa Guru. The Vishwa Guru subject is because we claim that India to be a Vishwa Guru. There are, the target that have been given to us, the government of India or the spiritual organizations like Chinmaya Mission and Ramakrishna Mission, they're tirelessly working. How India can become a Vishwa Guru? To me, unless and until we have some people, some stalwarts, who will be able to tell us what way our India is great, what way the India can be Vishwa Guru. These people are first, they are the Vishwa Gurus, and slowly we will look into India as Vishwa Guru. That's what I wanted to say. These great personalities, definitely they have worked tirelessly to make us understand what is the glorious history of the past and the glorious spiritual culture that we have. So they have very off and on, they have made us to realize this is what the India, this is what the Indian spirituality, this is what the Indian history. So these people, they have worked tirelessly. So I have a great admiration for Pujya Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, though I haven't seen him directly or I have not met him, but I can say clearly that his teachings and his personality has created a deep impact on me. That when we look at the great personalities like Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj and Swami Ranganathananda Maharaj, sometimes during their conversation, they have revealed that they are Vishwa Gurus, they are universal teachers. They have come to have a purpose. They have a purpose. When we read these lives, Swami Vivekananda, one place he says, I have a message for the East and I have a message for the West as well. Before going to the World Parliament of Religions, he says, the World Parliament of walking on the Belmont grounds, he says, World Parliament of Religions is meant for me. And we know afterward the history. And the Sanatana Dharma was glorified, and Swami Vivekananda sowed the seeds of the Vedanta on the Western land. But we too get such glimpses in Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj's life also. Because when we read the Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj's life, when he was asked whether he has realized or not, I several times I read this sentence. Somebody asked whether he has realized or not. He says, I'm waiting near the door and I'm sending everyone inside to experience Brahmananda. And I will wait till I take everyone to inside. That is the several times I have read this, because I have been reading this Upon magazine for the last 20 years without fail. So I know these articles, whenever this kind of words comes, this word has got a great meaning, because that shows that, what kind of conviction, what kind of purpose they have. So he says, I'm standing near the gate, I'm sending everyone inside to experience Brahmananda. I wait till everyone I take inside. So they say with an authority, not that simply they speak from the words, they have an authority. In someone asked some other time, somebody asked, Swamiji, why you keep all good and bad people in and around you? Somebody asked. So generally, when organization is there, there are good people, there are bad people also. They want trying to become good also, they come. Or there are mixed crowd will be there always. Somebody said, some people, they say, why you keep all mixed crowd with you? Some are good, some are bad. Then immediately the counter question was to him, have you ever seen healthy people going to a doctor? See, what a question you see, because the punches and all you only get from Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, from nobody else actually. So, have you ever seen that healthy people going to a doctor? So immediately, what he meant was, I need to separate the people, the bad people also I need to separate, and this is what my mission. That is what Chinmaya mission. So these utterances tell us that, they have a purpose, and they also reveal that, we have a purpose, and that shows that, they are the universal teachers. The more and more this kind of universal teachers they work, the more and more we understand, India is a Vishwa Guru only. Because somebody should tell us India is great, India has got the unique spirituality, India has got the tremendous culture and heritage. Then only we will understand, otherwise nobody tells us, we cannot claim that in India is a Vishwa Guru. So my Gurudev Puja Swami Ranganathananda as a spiritual ambassador of India, through his lectures and interviews across the India, across the globe, what Swami Vivekananda sowed, the seeds of the Vedanta, he just nurtured it to sprout. Because Swami Vivekananda, addressing the World Parliament of Religion and addressing few more years in Western land, he sowed the seeds of the Vedanta. But Swami Ranganathananda, he traveled frequently as a spiritual ambassador of India, and he nurtured the seeds till they sprout. Then after that, Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj has taken the lantern, that Olympic race, the lantern is there. He has taken that baby plants, he has such a way nurtured that baby plant through his eloquence lectures and then interviews and these master punches, that baby plant has become a now huge banyan tree spreading across all over the world, the Vedanta. And people across the globe, people are aware that, there's so many organizations like Chinmaya Mission, the Vedanta centers of the Ramakrishna Matan Mission, or many other centers. They're tirelessly working the spreading of the Vedanta, and people are showing interest also. And when you see, incidentally, these great stalwart Swamis, Puja Swami Ranganathananda and Puja Swami Chinmayananda, both are contemporaries. So Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj was born in 1916 and Puja Swami Ranganathananda was born in 1908. Just only 8 years elder to Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. Both are contemporaries. Incidentally, both are from the Kerala. So then when it comes to Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, because you may ask me, Swami, the Vishwa Guru Bharat or Vishwa Guru Swami Chinmayananda you are speaking? Because I only confront to Vishwa Guru Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj only. Because we are speaking in a Tapovan hall, Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, this Guru is a Tapovan Maharaj. And thereby you understand how these people have tirelessly worked to make us understand the spiritual renaissance of India, all those things. So when it comes to Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, see, he explained the profound Vedantic truths. Such a simple way, I have not come across such great personality who can explain such a subtle Vedantic truths through punches. There are so many punches, you know, because all of you, those are coming very frequently here, you might have heard it, you know. He says, shut up and get out. That punch is, you know, when he utters, then you have to see the video. It's not that simply he tells it. He makes such a authenticative punch, shut up and get out. And attach and detach. These are just many punches, you know, the essence of the Vedanta, you know, you can understand what it is. Means, you know, shut up and get out. That's all. If you read some Vedanta, then ultimately you come to the conclusion, this is what the Vedanta, the essence of the Vedanta is this. That's all. So for that we have been reading, you know, for the past 25 years we have been reading the Vedanta, all the Upanishads and all. Once you understand exactly the Vedanta says this only. I've been reading all the Upanishads years together and I'm trying to understand the Sankarvashya. And those who have the bent of mind, the devotional bent of mind, what is the essence of the Bhakti? Abhidiketa. Then you need not to quote the entire Narada Bhakti Sutras. Attach and detach. So simple, that's all over. You need not to quote the entire Narada Bhakti Tasmin Parama Prema Rupa. So all those things are not required. Ultimately, this is what the Narada Bhakti Sutra says. Attach and detach. This story you might be knowing, you know, he went to somewhere, Madurai or somewhere. So I think the group of people, those who are working for the railways, you know, they have invited him. So after telling everything, you know, he was getting into the car. The people generally, some people will be there. Swamiji, can you give the essence of the Vedanta in one line? Immediately attach and detach and got into the car. That's all. The people asked, wow, see, because we are working for the railways, that's what we are doing, you know, we are detaching the bogies, we are attaching the engine. Then immediately Swamiji said, you know, you attach the cord, detach from the worldly duties. That's all simple. So these punches, you know, I was so much attracted to these punches. So as I said, and I've been reading this Apavan Prasad, the moment I received the magazine, first article I read. Invariably, the first article is Chinmayananda Maharaj's article only. First article I read. And also, I've read several devotees interviews, you know, after third article or fourth article it comes. How much impact he has created on the devotees, not only taking care of their spiritual welfare, but also taking care of their material welfare. What a tremendous memory. Even after 3-4 years of the 10 years also, he will ask what he is doing, what your daughter is doing, what your son is doing. Such a tremendous memory. And you know, I was told that, you know, every day he used to write an average of 80 literally handwritten letters. Literally handwritten letters, you know. After, you know, giving a class, you know, Jnana Yajna and all, it goes up to 9 o'clock and all. So Maharaj may be knowing because he's very close to Maharaj. So can you imagine the love for the humanity? I'll come back to the point. What is the Vishwa Guru means? Who is the Vishwa Guru? Swami Vivekananda says in one place, such beautifully explains all the qualities, you know, Chinmayananda Maharaj possesses. That is why I have taken this. And you know, those who come in contact with him, the devotees, you know, any interview you read, such an inspiration, such a love, such a care, such a affection they have received from Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. That is where, you know, when we read the Gitanjali by Rabindranath Tagore, he says, where words come out from the depth of truth. All the words that he speaks is coming from the depth of truth. That is why it pierces in the hearts of the devotees. Thereby they are attracted to the Puja Swamiji. And in fact, Swami Vivekananda used to say, what this Swami Vivekananda has done, then another Swami Vivekananda only will know. Exactly it applies Puja Swami Chinmayananda also. I am not just, because speaking on the Tapovan Hall, I am just making this sentence because I have read my first book of Chinmayananda was Vivek Chudamani. Then afterwards, as I said, I have been reading Tapovan Prasad magazine last 22 years. And I have read the next book was, The Art of Man Making, the series, entire series based on the Bhagavad Gita, I have read it. And afterwards, Mananam series. Because Puja Swami Ranganathananda used to get to Hyderabad Mutt, because I was there Hyderabad for 10 years, In his name, whatever the Mananam series book comes to the library, it comes to me because I am a disciple, I own it, that book. So all the Mananam series articles of Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, I have read it. And as I said, what this Puja Swami Chinmayananda has done in the 77 years of his lifespan, another Swamiji, another Swami Chinmayananda only will know. See, initially when he started the Jnana Yajnas, what a love for the mankind. Literally, he used to go by bicycle and distribute the flyers. That shows that the love for the humanity. Because, he has to teach, he has a purpose. He has to teach the mankind that, they are not the bodies. So Swami Vivekananda one place says 90% of the people are grouping in the darkness of the ignorance. We have to tell them that, they are not the bodies. They need to identify with the Atman. When the Swami Vivekananda was delivering a talk in New York, Swamiji keep on telling, you are the Sunrantu Vishwe, Amritasya Putra, you are the children of immortal bliss. See, call on to you, you body, it's a shame on you, you are the Atman, immortal Atman. Like this, Swamiji was roaring. Then one lady stood up and said, Swamiji, are you trying to hypnotize us? Then immediately Swami Vivekananda said, I am trying to de-hypnotize you. Because you are already identified, already you are hypnotized that you are the bodies. I wanted to get you back. I want to de-hypnotize that you are not the body, you are the Atman. But when we read the Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj lectures, through BMI index, ultimately it comes to, you will boil down everything one point, you are that. That's all. And people literally, some kind of mesmerization. Yeah, really true that we are identified with the body. The body is subject to change. The eternal Atman is never changes. They get the conviction. That's what somebody wrote in one of their memoirs, in the interviews they wrote. See, and at the end, the movement through the body, mind, the chart, Maharaj explains, invariably, by default, we come to the conclusion, yes, we are not the bodies. That is what Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. Anybody and everybody cannot do. That's what I wanted to say. Because they have a message, they have a command. And their words, where words come out from the depth of truth. And they have Adesha also. Sri Ramakrishna says one place, have you acquired the command from the God before you teach? He says, he has acquired command from the God. That is why he's an authoritative. I say unto you, is an authoritative speaker. Everybody and anybody cannot be authoritative speakers. Because the words, they speak from their deep bottom of their hearts. That is why that authority, that piercing into the other people's heart, it happens only with the few Swamis. Because those who have got this command. And then probably, as I said, what Swami Vivekananda has done, another Swami Vivekananda only know. And the same way, similarly also what Puja Swami Chinmayananda has done, another Puja Swami Chinmayananda only knows. As I said, it's a tremendous, strenuous task that, evening he has to deliver a talk and morning, he's taking flyers and distributing. Because somebody should come and learn the Vedanta, learn the Bhagavad Gita ideas. So that is the compassion towards the mankind. And there are, Swami Vivekananda, one place he says, who is a Vishwa Guru? Who is a reformer? Who is, a blessed man to the humankind? He says in one place, one of his lectures on my master, he says, if you wish to be a true reformer, 3 things are necessary. The first is to feel. Do you really feel for your brothers? Are you full of that idea of sympathy? You must think next, if you have found any remedy. The world ideas may be all superstition, but in and around you, these masses of superstition are nuggets of golden truth. This sentence I so much liked, and exactly I have seen Swami Chinmayananda's teachings also. No way you see this, there will not be any single tray of superstition actually. So such a scientific and practical, I will tell you. There are a few examples also I will give you. And have you discovered means by which to keep that gold alone without any of the dross? If you have done that, one more thing is necessary. What is your motive? What is your motive? Are you sure that you are not actuated by greed for gold, but thirst for fame and power? Then you are a real reformer. You are a teacher, a master, a blessing to mankind. There are three things are here. Three things is a Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj is the embodiment of these three things. I'll cite you the examples. The first one is, as already I have told you, the first one is feel for your brothers and sisters. What kind of feeling Swamiji had, I cannot explain. Already I told you, taking a bicycle and distribution of flowers, who will do? As a modern monks, we are not, because we have a social media. So we'll, by click of mouse, we will send it across entire the world. This is what the program is happening. In those days, it's not so easy. So easy. Because the feeling for the brothers and sisters, they should understand what this, the self-knowledge, knowledge about the self. That is what he says. And traveling continuously conducting the Jnana Yajnas, writing letters after the Jnana Yajnas, he comes back to his room and start writing the letters. I was told that, as I said, going by bicycle and giving. So what is his purpose? Why he is feeling, he says, I should tell them to rediscover their identity with God, with the self. Because he is feeling for it. They are grouping in the darkness of ignorance. They are fully drowned themselves in the materialistic world. This is not the purposeful life. This is not the meaningful life. I should tell them. I should re-identify them. Rediscover their divinity with the God. That is what the feeling made them to travel across the globe and conduct the Jnana Yajnas and so many interviews and writing letters, writing the articles and all. And asserting them to be identified not with the body but with the self. This only comes a monk sitting with the Tapovan and Himalayas and he can work out for his salvation. No, there is not this purpose. It's not the purpose. He came to the plains probably in 77 years, a tireless work. Somebody has written an article, they have calculated 80 letters means, in 77 years of his work, they have calculated he must have written 7 lakhs letters. Literally they have calculated, you must have written at least 7 lakhs letters. Whether it is true or not, we don't know, but per day 80 letters writing is true. And we see innumerable number of devotees, every month, we are getting a new entry of a devotee. This is true. And this is what? Feeling for the brothers and sisters means, because they are grouping in the darkness of ignorance, I should tell them, they should re-identify themselves with the God. They should not identify themselves with the body. They should identify themselves with the Atman. That is what the feeling, this quality is a tremendous in him. That is what the first quality. To become a Vishwa Guru is identified, he has proved it. The second quality, the second one is thinking about the remedy. What is the remedy? Swami Vivekananda says, do you find the remedy? He has found, Puja Swami Chinmayananda has found the remedy. What is the remedy? Imparting the knowledge through Gita Yajnas, not teaching the superstitions, but nuggets of gold and truth. If you look at, because they say it is a Damodara Masa, right? So all the Sri Krishna Leelas, with Damodara Masa means that Sri Krishna's Leelas, Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj, such a way he interpreted. He did not say that, it is not there in the Bhagavatam. No, it's not that. The Damodara Leela, such a way he interprets. So beautiful. I'll come back to this. The Puja Swamiji, according to me, so is authoritative explanation. It is not that something, okay, Sri Ramakrishna says, one place he says, during the king's time, there were few coins, right? Now taking these coins, if you go to a market, you cannot exchange, you cannot buy anything. Because now new notes have come. In the same way, the Shastra what it says, you cannot explain what is the Veda Kala truths, you cannot explain now. You have to come up in a modern way. So the Chinmayananda Maharaj has got such a beautiful explanation. And again I said in the beginning, the way words, that explanation such a way it imprints. Such a beautiful way. It imprints because he explains in a modern language. He explains in how in a day-to-day life, how you understand. The spirituality, spiritualizing everyday life, they call it, In the day-to-day life, if you explain such a spiritual truths, you'll be able to understand so easily. That's what Chinmayananda does. And he says, then I said, so because the moment when he explains with authoritative mind, authoritative voice, you convince it. You convince it because it imprints on your mind. I will cite you a few examples. Once a devotee asked Puja Swamiji, how will I get desire for mumuksha, desire to see God? So Swamiji, the immediate answer was, how do you get the desire to get a job? Simple. How do you get a desire to eat biryani? How do you desire to become a multimillionaire? How do you get? Then Swamiji says, because you want to get a multi-millionaire means you have some knowledge. If I become a multi-millionaire, I will buy a car and I'll go roam around the entire Chennai city. Suppose if I want to take a biryani means you should have a knowledge about the biryani. Biryani is so tasty. Because once you get the knowledge only, you get the desire to get that. In the same way, you get that. You study the books, study the scriptures, and the scriptures talks about what is the self, what is the purpose, what is the material objects gives you. Will it give you eternal happiness? Will they give eternal happiness? What is the eternal happiness you get from where? Connecting to the UJS, uninterrupted joy supply. That uninterrupted joy supply is, knowing yourself. Then when you read the scriptures, you develop the passion. You develop the love to know what you are actually. To develop to know what is the purpose of life. You will know that, the eternal happiness can be derived only from the self, not from any object in the world. So once you get that knowledge, automatically you develop the desire to realize your own self. So what a clear way Swamiji explained, you see. Now you quote right and left from the Bhashya in Sanskritam, and people, how do they understand? Simple. And now I'm coming back. Now it is a little bit of knowledge. For a devotion aspect, those who have got a little bit of emotional bent of mind, he gives the Damodar Leela explanation so beautifully. So Vasudeva has got a command that, you carry this baby across the Yamuna river and give the baby there. And the ferocious Yamuna is, just, the waves are, just jumping. But he doesn't want to go back because the God has commanded him, you take this baby across the Yamuna river. Maharaj such a beautiful way explains. Even the modern young generation also cannot say, no, how can this ferocious Yamuna, how this old man could cross over and give the baby over there? He says such a beautiful way. Though Yamuna was very ferocious, but the Vasudeva was carrying that little Krishna, keeping the basket, and the two tiny feet of Krishna was just hanging there. And the water is coming up to the lower lip of the Vasudeva only, because just above the lower lip, the two tiny feet are hanging. So Yamuna dare not to touch this tiny feet of Sri Krishna. That is why the water is only coming up to this. So Vasudeva could take Sri Krishna out of the Yamuna river. And he gives a beautiful explanation. Immediately we come to the conclusion that, okay, so he says, those who carry the Narayana within their hearts, not that they will not have any difficulties. He explains again. It's not that you take it for granted, then those who carry Narayana inside your heart and you will not have difficulties. You may be having the difficulties, he concludes, you will never drown. What a beautiful explanation. He will not come to a conclusion saying that you will not have difficulties. The people will be praying that I have been praying to the God, I have all the difficulties in my life. You may be having the difficulties, he says, you will never drown. This is what the explanation. He will not leave for a doubt. The Swamiji இப்படி சொல்லியிருக்காரு இதுதானா then இப்போ வந்து I have been praying to the God எனக்கு வந்து எல்லா கஷ்டம் தான் வந்திருக்கு. What Chinmayanji is proved to be wrong. No, he says you may be having difficulties, you will never drown. This is what he says. Because I said, the second one is thinking about the remedy. This is what the Mara's remedy. When you go to a doctor, doctor tells you, this is what, you take this medicine, paracetamol, this, take this. Or you do gargling and all. Remedy should be given. So Maharaj has given remedy. These only two examples only I have cited. There are innumerable examples. Innumerable examples. Because the way he presents, that itself shows that, they are not like, preachers like this. They are the universal teachers, the Vishwa Gurus. Because these Vishwa Gurus only will see that, will understand thereby the renaissance of Indian spirituality, the history, the culture. Then thereby we understand, such great personalities are born in this country because India is great. India is, Maharaj has brought out three books. Resilient India, Vibrant India, Resurgent India. So this is what? That is what we see. And then what is the next remedy I found? He says starting the organization. Not that with the one Swami, we should not stop. Starting the organizations, going around the world, making the second generation who can carry the legacy of these age-old truths. And Swami Tejomayanandaji, Swami Sarupanandaji, Swami Mitranandaji, all these great personalities, they have left behind to teach on to the mankind. When I met Swami Tejomayanandaji a few years back in Hyderabad, after relinquishing his global headship, I went and met him in Begumpeta. So I said, Maharaj, now you are free. I said immediately. Immediately the question, I'm always free, he says. I am always free, he says. I am always free, but now I wanted to, contemplate and read as many books as possible, but that the younger generation should take up. The idea is very clear. Swamiji, you are free now, I said. I am always free, because Atman is always free. It's not, it is bound. It never binds itself. Because the Vedanta is deeply connected, deeply rooted. Of course, we have other talks also. We have almost 45 minutes we were talking. So, this is what the great personalities living behind and teach these Vedantic truths. Then you may ask me. So, two things we have found. One is feeling for the brothers and sisters, how Chinmayanji Maharaj has felt. And is there any remedy that he found? So much remedies he has given. And the third point, what is his motive? Because three things I have said, right? Once again I read the quotation, it's a wonderful quotation. So, if you wish to be a true reformer, the three things are necessary. The first is to feel. And do you really feel for your brothers? Are you full of that idea of sympathy? You must think next, if you have found any remedy. I have already explained you how many remedies Chinmayanji Maharaj has given. The old ideas may be all superstition. There is no way Maharaj explains or talks about the superstition. Just he put it aside everything. But in and around you, these masses of superstition, nuggets of gold and truth, he preserves it. That's all. He presents you what is the gold and truth in this. And have you discovered the means by which to keep the gold alone? Every sentence he only keeps the gold. And without any of the dross, you can never see any dross in that. If you have done that, one more thing is necessary. What is your motive? Motive. Are you sure that you are not actuated by greed for gold, but the thirst for name and fame or power? Then you are really a reformer. You are a teacher, a master, a blessing to mankind. The third one I'll talk about you. So what is your motive? So Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj had come to Hyderabad. Under Ranganathananda Maharaj and Chinmayananda Maharaj, they were taking food in the dining hall. All the monks were there. So Maharaj was saying, because they have close relation, you know, Chinmayananda, you have started a youth organization. So who is our next man? Maharaj asked. Our Swamis, even now they explain me, because I have not seen him. Maharaj such a way. That's all. See, Maharaj, immediately the action is, spontaneous. It is not that, he doesn't have an answer. That is why he said it's not that. See, because he doesn't claim himself that, he is the founder of the organization. He doesn't claim himself. He doesn't have, for name and fame and all, he doesn't work. He has a purpose. He has a feeling. And he found out the remedy through his Gita, Jnana, Yajnas and the scriptures and the classes on the Upanishads. When Swarupananda's article, also this quotation came. So, immediately, it's not that he doesn't have an answer. He says, simple. Simple. And the way he makes also, when he says, shut up and get out, I am not scolding you. He will tell, because other people also should not feel that. I am not scolding you. So Swami Swarupanji in one article he says, so what will happen after this youth organization? In some other time this was asked to him. Swamiji would reply, nothing is mine. It is his wish, capital H. If nothing works out, I shall live as I have come. And know for certain that it is not that. At the same time, he has created such a mechanism to ensure the efficient running of the mission. And we see 300 centers globally, the Chinmaya Mission centers. Simply, he has not given up the smooth functioning of the centers. He has found out a mechanism also, and all the stalwart Swamis are coming. Once after the Ramayana talk, he was going to see Tapovan Maharaj or something like that, just, wearing a small dhoti and the chadar. Maharaj, with this dress, you are going. I have come like this only, I am going like this only. This is very clear, very, very clear. Because the third quality we found in Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. When same Swami Ranganathananda Maharaj asked to accept Bharat Ratna award, then he said, if you give it to the organization, I am ready to accept. As a person, I don't want to. These stalwarts, really, really, we are blessed now sitting in this Tapovan hall. What if they have not given such a spiritual truths in such a lucid language? How many of us could understand the Sanskrit? Even if you understand the Sanskrit also, so Swami Vireshwarananji, the 10th president of the Ramakrishna order, he says, Vasansi jirnani yada vihaya navani grihnati naroparani. That shloka, if you don't know the Sanskrit, the vasa, the bamboo, which gives the support to the house, it is gone. It's dilapidated. Immediately you change another one. That is what you understand. The shloka is not meant for that. Vasa means in Sanskrit the bamboo. Because if you know the little bit of Sanskrit, you think wrongly you understand it. Because the bamboo of the house is torn or is gone, you change a new one. But the Bhagavad Gita shloka is not talking about that. Vasansi jirnani yada vihaya navani grihnati naroparani. This something, the Atma takes another form. That's what the Bhagavad Gita says. But our understanding, a little bit of Sanskrit understanding, we understand very wrongly. And these spiritual giants, the masters, such a lucid language, they have given us the spiritual truths. Simply you just read and contemplate, that's all. You get the essence of all the scriptures. So these things literally we find in Swami Chinmayananda Ji Maharaj. And such a way he explains. No book, let it be a Vivek Chudamani or the recently I have read, Sadhana Panchakam, I have read it, or any Upanishad for that matter, if you read the Art of Man Making series, such a beautiful way Bhagavad Gita he explains in much a modern language. Because it's all, it's a feeling. They should understand such a lucid way. That's what they come up with the ideas. And now we are talking about the new education policy, NEP, and still we are, breaking our head. Some of the states are implementing, some of the states are not implementing. Swami Chinmayananda Ji Maharaj and the Ramakrishna Mission, now they have implemented new education policy long back actually. Long ago. So Maharaj clearly says, giving the traditional values of the Dharma and to mold them into a productive force in a society. That is what the new education policy talks about. We are not giving our Dharma. So they are not becoming, they don't want to become a productive youth of the productive people of the society. We have to teach our cultural values. The education system, Puja Swami Chinmayananda Ji Maharaj envisages long ago. And Swami Vivekananda, this is what the ideas, as we have seen, this Swami Vivekananda education means is not the same amount of information putting in the brain, run riots there throughout the life. That's what we are doing. Chemistry, physics, we are going on mugging up our children. When you go back to your home, you will see what your daughters, or sons, or granddaughters are doing now. Always trying to polish outside world. What good it is if you don't learn how to polish inside. Swami Vivekananda says, the polishing inside. That is what Swami Chinmayananda Ji Maharaj is teaching us. You polish inside. We need not to polish outside. Swami Vivekananda was a host, a guest in somebody's house in America. So he's pacing up and down in one house. The host was cooking something in the kitchen. And every now and then he was looking at the mirror. Then the host thought, what this Swami was looking at the mirror very frequently. This is a balloon, one day it has to go. Then immediately could read this lady's mind. Sister, madam, I am not seeing my face in the mirror. I am forgetting my individuality because I have to do a lot of work. That is why I am to remember again and again I am seeing my face. This is what these great personalities. Now we talk about new education policy. And now we just work out some states, as I said, some states are opposing, some states are already going ahead. And these great universal teachers, they envisaged long ago. And all the Chinmaya Mission centers, they are implementing. Just I was telling my sister daughter also is studying CRS Coimbatore. And before I conclude, I'll tell you a story and I conclude. In the olden days, there used to be some chowtries at the, the big entrance of the village or, the little far away from the village. The purpose of building those chowtries are, when the Sadhu Mahatmas, when they walk through, so because if it is dark, they stay in that chatra for a night, or 2 days they will stay and they do the sadhana and they proceed. And the duty of the household, duty of the villagers, they have a vigil over that chatra if any sadhu is staying there. And some householder can go and take care of their needs. In particular village, there is a chowtri there. A Mahatma came, a Brahmajnani came and stayed there. Immediately, one lady of that village came to know that a Mahatma came, a Brahmajnani came. So because the duty of the householder is to serve the sadhus, immediately this lady went with the food and kept in front of the Swami. Swami was meditating. This lady waited for 5-10 minutes. Swami did not even open the eyes. She doesn't want to disturb that monk, the Brahmajnani, and she came away. Inside there was a feeling that Maharaj could have opened his eyes and said a few words, something spiritual truths. Maharaj did not say. Anyway, let him meditate. And she came away. The next day also she went. Maharaj was meditating. Maharaj was reading the books. And he kept the food and offered the fruits there. And she waited. She did pranam and came away. After 2 months, there is another Brahmajnani came to the same village and he started staying in the same chowtri. And this lady, because the first Brahmajnani, he did not say anything, a few spiritual truths or spiritual instructions he had not given to her. With the desire and hope, this Brahmajnani might give me some instructions. So he took the opportunity of serving the... Generally they don't get, once only they get the chance, but other lady only, other household lady only will take the chance. But this lady took a chance and went and offered the fruit. That Brahmajnani could open the eyes. Are you doing all your spiritual practices? Are you reading the scriptures? Are you reading the Bhagavad Gita? He said. Somehow she was happy because the first Brahmajnani didn't utter a single word. At least she could ask whether is she doing some sadhana or is she reading some Bhagavad Gita and all. She was happy. So this Brahmajnani also left. After 2 months, another Brahmajnani came. Because probably she wanted to try her luck once again. She went and offered. And started, teaching some Lalita Sahasranama to that lady, 1 or 2, 3 shlokas. 3 days he stayed. The second day what happened was, this lady has got a son, 6 years old son. This son was bitten by a snake. And this lady was crying. He came to know, this Swami came to his Brahmajnani, came to know. Immediately he went to that house. He saw the predicament of this lady and said, don't worry, I know some mantras. I'll do some mantras, I will utter some mantras, your son will be all right. And 2 days he stayed, he uttered some mantras, the boy became all right. And this lady was so happy. Now you tell me, of these 3 Brahmajnanis, which one she likes most? Which one she likes most? Please tell me. Obviously the third one. The third Brahmajnani is Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj. So, this is what Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj and the Chinmaya mission started by Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj is continue to impart the knowledge, the devotion and the selfless service to the mankind. May Vishwa Guru Puja Swami Chinmayananda Maharaj bless us all with the self-knowledge. So I thank Chinmaya Mission Chennai and Swami Mitranandaji for giving me this wonderful opportunity. It is not that talk, it's just, we are Tushyanti Ramanticha. So we just only speaking about the Chinmayananda Maharaj. I don't know how much you have enjoyed. I have enjoyed a lot while talking about him. So this is a wonderful opportunity. I to God hope you also have a good time in this satsanga. So once again, I offer my pranams to Swami Mitranandaji Maharaj for giving me this opportunity, and may God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave